Whenever we consider what's been lost, anybody that we had an affinity for, anything that we had attachment for, that we can't relate to as we became accustomed, likely causes a heaviness in the heart. You might not always feel it right away. You may never readily admit it. But likeliness of this heaviness is only lacking in few exceptions. And so when we look at how we mourn, how we grieve, what the posture of loss should be, I think sometimes it's helpful to reflect on what that heaviness does. For our own comfort, let's look at the converse, lightness. What does lightness help us do? When we feel real light in the body, when we can barely sit down, right? When we feel like we're almost jumping out of our feet, right? Maybe excitement, maybe a big achievement came through. That lightness helps us do, right? Helps us energize. Heaviness is meant to give us a stopping, a restful period, a time to synchronize around the new reality, a time to become accustomed to what we had that we loved, and help us to understand the tense, right? What the context is now. When we consider our path here around heaviness, around our suffering and loss, understanding that we need to become accustomed to what we've lost as being something that we can't turn to, that we can't relate to in the same way, is something that we have to slow down to recognize. And so the heavy feelings, the tearfulness, these things, they produce an alignment with a state of mind that can help us to make that transition in our schema, to help us to understand our new reality. And so, as we accept our loss, and as we accept our new reality, the degree to which we suffer, this is not set. The degree to how much heaviness, this is relatively set by other factors. We don't have control of what we've lost. We can't usually revive. And so we also necessarily can't totally control how we're going to react. in our biochemistry, right? Or in our mind, in our heart. We don't choose to grieve more for one person than another necessarily, or to be in more pain at one piece of news over another. There are a variety of factors. But how much distress and suffering we go through in relationship to those reactions, that we have some control over through our behavior and through our wisdom, through our courage, and through, our support system is going to matter, right? A lot of things are going to matter.